How is it going, everyone? We are here to highlight some of the Black Friday digital game deals under the price of $5. I know, a pretty lukewarm reception to the digital offerings, but there's still some good deals to pick up. A lot of the stuff people own, you guys know how it is. But before I get into this video, a quick word from our sponsors over at InstantGaming.com, where you can get your PSN wallet credit even cheaper and essentially get these games even cheaper. If you want to get your PSN credit cheaper to buy any of the games we mention on this list, or any game that's on sale as a part of their Black Friday sale, or in fact any game at all that is available for purchase on the PlayStation Store, get your PSN credit a little bit cheaper over at InstantGaming.com. They've got $100 voucher codes that's on a special offer for $91. You buy the wallet voucher, you will get a code that you redeem on the PlayStation Store. Redeem the code and the funds will get added to your wallet, and you just got $100 of credit a little bit cheaper. And you're free to buy whatever you want from the PlayStation Store, whether that be games on sale, whether that be upcoming games. You could buy games that are out in 2026 for pre-order. You could buy games that just came out, and essentially you're getting them a little bit cheaper. Whatever you buy, get your PSN credit a little bit cheaper. A link in the description box below to InstantGaming.com. And if you buy any of the credit, we do get a little bit of a kickback. And by the way, they do have offers for $25 codes, $50 codes, $75 codes as well. So check it all out. Link in the description box below. Alright, first of all, we've got Hotline Miami. It is 80% off for $1.99. Hotline Miami is insanity, and it's always a fun time, a throwback game from a visual standpoint, and even, I could see you thinking that way from a gameplay standpoint as well, leaning on that arcadey style of gameplay, fast-paced, kind of gruesome, although it's pixel graphics, so how gruesome can it really be? It's a high-octane action game overflowing with raw brutality, hard-boiled gunplay, and skull-crushing close combat set in an alternative 1989 Miami. You'll assume the role of a mysterious anti-hero on a murderous rampage against the shady underworld at the behest of voices on your answering machine. All that available for $1.99. Check that out. It's a classic and a worthwhile game to go through. It's not super lengthy, of course, but for this kind of game, all killer, no filler. Next up, we got a fighting title, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, 80% off for $3.99. Even if you're not the biggest fighting game fan, when you can pick up an Arc System Works fighter on the cheap, I think it's worthwhile because their games from a presentation standpoint are so slick. The gameplay is enjoyable, but you're not going to get super in-depth on a game like this. Obviously, an older title as well. It came out back in 2018, but you've got a mashup of a lot of different characters. An unrivaled clash of explosive proportions, the beloved BlazBlue franchise crosses universe, tags in fan favorites, and battles it out in Cross Tag Battle. You've got Persona, Under Night In-Birth, and Rooster Teeth's Ruby, all featured here. Cross Tag Battle celebrates the fighting genre for pros and newcomers alike. Choose your team in fast-paced 2v2 battles filled with craziness you've come to love from BlazBlue, with all the tight mechanics, smooth gameplay, and gorgeous 2D graphics you expect from Arc System Works. All that available for just $3.99. Next up, we have Rayman Legends, 75% off for $4.99. Before Astrobot came out, Rayman Legends was the platformer that I was recommending to everyone. And yes, while Astrobot now is probably the premier platforming franchise over on PlayStation, there's no reason why you can't play both, you know? And Rayman Legends, guess what? It's a lot cheaper than what Astrobot is, although shout out to Astrobot, it's available for $40 right now, and you should definitely pick it up at that price point. But like I said, Rayman Legends is awesome. From a visual standpoint, it's great. The gameplay is solid, and it's just a worthwhile game to go through. Not super lengthy, but you've got a good bit of levels in here, and for $4.99, I think this is a great pickup. I would definitely recommend it if you're remotely into platformers. I feel like Ubisoft could do more with Rayman as an IP, but I can say that about like a billion IPs from a billion different publishers. But nonetheless, $4.99 on that. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition. I really feel like everybody at this point owns this game, but if you don't for whatever reason, as an open world action title, this one is really good. And what I like about Shadow of Mordor, and I'll say this about every open world that isn't big and bloated, like, this game has a good bit of content, but it kind of checks out at the right point as well. I don't think it's overly long, which I think at this day and age, you've got a billion games in your backlog. I think getting into 80-hour open world games, you got to be selective on those, you know what I'm saying? But for Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, I feel like it has a good bit of content that you can go through, and then you can move on as well. Game of the Year Edition includes some DLC content as well $4.99 on that is really good. Next up, we got Valkyria Chronicles Remastered, 75% off for $4.99. I love Valkyria Chronicles. I thought it was a great game, and I actually did a playthrough of it, like, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, over the summer. And I'll say this, I did not remember how challenging this game got, because the game got pretty difficult. Now, the reality is, with a game like this, you can find a guide, you can figure out what the best setup is and what to do in each individual mission that'll make it a little bit of a breeze and how to angle your troops and whatnot, but, you know, if you're playing it without a guide, man, it can get kind of brutal, I feel. But as a game, I think it's incredibly rewarding. I think the art style is just fantastic, and it's aged incredibly gracefully, and that watercolor look just looks so good. The characters are likable, and again, from a story standpoint, pretty good. Good bit of content, and I love the way that this game was told with the use of a storybook. Makes Valkyria Chronicles kind of stand out in that regard. I thought it was really well done, but $4.99, great price on that. Next up, we got OlliOlli World, 75% off for $4.99 if you want an arcade skateboarding game. Look no further. OlliOlli World is a bold new skateboarding action platformer that's bursting with personality, flip and flow through the vivid and vibrant world of Radlandia, meeting colorful characters as you grind, trick, and air your way to discover the mystical skate gods on your quest for Nirvana. Traverse a delightful and weird world as you take on missions, challenges, and make new friends along the way. Customize your character's looks, tricks, and style while you experience explorable levels with multiple paths that provide an array of opportunities for player expression. Experience the accessibility, depth, and player freedom as you dive into the signature flow state gameplay of OlliOlli World. That is available for $4.99. Great art style. There is some DLC, and the expansion pass is on sale for $4.99 as well, but check that out for $5. Slender the Arrival, 80% off for $1.99. Now, this is the PS4 version of the game. There is a PS4 and PS5 like cross-gen version, but $1.99 on this. One of the more notable horror titles. You're on your own, no one to come for you, no one to help you, no one to hear you scream. Slender the Arrival is the official video game adaptation of Slender Man, recreated from the original nerve-shattering sensation, developed in collaboration with Blue Isle Studios. $1.99 on Slender the Arrival. Next up, we got Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, the forgotten RGG game, only available on PlayStation 4. RGG games have kind of been ported to every single platform at this point, but Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise exists as a legit PlayStation exclusive, not on PC, not on Switch, not on Xbox. It's only available on PS4, and I don't really know why it hasn't been ported, but nonetheless, it very much has that foundational RGG gameplay intact. You know, Fist of the North Star a little bit before my time. I know the Omaiwa Moshindaru meme, but my fandom of Fist of the North Star kind of ends there. But as a game, this is a pretty well done action beat 'em up style of game, and I think for $4.99, a good pickup. And if you're a fan of Fist of the North Star, you're probably going to enjoy this a lot more than me. Next up, we got Risk of Rain, 50% off for $4.99. The game notes engage in local and online multiplayer play and unlock 12 unique characters from the commando to the miner to the engineer. Fight through hordes of different enemies and bosses randomly chosen by the game with random abilities. Get lost and discover 10 massive levels with different enemies, shrines, and chests on each one, and recruit the help of a wide variety of drones and unlock the lore throughout the game's in-game items and monster logs as well. Risk of Rain available for $4.99. Next up, we have Dishonored, the Definitive Edition, 75% off for $4.99. I absolutely love this game. I think this game is outstanding. I thought Dishonored was tremendous from a design standpoint. The action gameplay was great, the stealth was awesome, and you could really approach the game however you want. Do you want to go more action heavy? Do you want to take the more methodical and stealthy approach? I would kind of lean with the latter. I feel like the game is much more rewarding that way. It also had a incredibly unique art style that I feel like has aged very, very well. Love the aesthetic to the game. The story was good, not super lengthy, but offers a lot of options in how you play the game that it does lead itself to being replayable. I gotta do another playthrough of Dishonored here sometime soon, but again, I say that about a lot of games, and you know, it's hard to get through everything, every replay, while trying to juggle the new games as they come out. But Dishonored, $4.99 on that. Next up, we have Nowhere Prophet, 80% off for $4.99. Take on the role of a powerful leader and a mystic. Empowered with the gifts of technopathy, the ability to sense and affect electrical currents, you are the last hope to a band of outcasts and refugees. Lead them across the randomly generated wastelands. Pick fights with greedy slavers and crazy machines using the turn-based card combat. Can you survive long enough to reach the mysterious crypt? Nowhere Prophet is a single-player card game with procedurally generated maps, a high difficulty, and permadeath. At its heart, two distinct parts of the gameplay, travel and combat. combat. You'll navigate across a procedurally generated map, and then you'll be battling in these card battles as well. Nowhere Profit available for $4.99. Next up, we have TimeSplitters 1 and TimeSplitters 2. They are $4.99 a pop. Now, I believe you could actually access TimeSplitters 2 by buying Homefront the Revolution, and it's a secret option there. But, you know, not a lot of people try to buy Homefront the Revolution these days. Nonetheless, a classic first-person shooter series is TimeSplitters, a franchise that has been kind of benched over the years, but it is what it is. Like, these things happen. A rich single-player campaign is noted, taking players through pivotal historical moments from ancient civilization to futuristic landscapes, battling the TimeSplitters to alter history's course as well. $4.99 for TimeSplitters and TimeSplitters 2, $4.99 each, I should say. And Titanfall 2 Ultimate Edition, 85% off for $4.49. A multiplayer shooter that has a great single-player campaign. That's one of those things that Titanfall 2 has kind of been more appreciated for over the years, is I think there's been this buzz around the game that people are like, dude, this game was awesome. Unfortunately, just came out at a bad time. But then as people are picking it up, because, you know, multiplayer on a decade-old game is going to be a little bit difficult, people play the campaign and then they're like, wait a second, the campaign is really good as well. And the campaign itself is easily worth the $4.49. It's a great game, and I just think Titanfall is a game that's worthwhile to check out. I hope that at some point we get a Titanfall 3. There's been so many stories about that game, you know, being in development, whatever the case may be. But, you know, gigantic robot action is something I'm always going to be a fan of, and Titanfall being benched is a bummer to me, and I think there's so many legs to this franchise as a potential series that could be picked back up. But nonetheless, $4.49 on that. And that is going to do it for me. Again, a ton of great game deals under the price of $5 over at the PlayStation Store for their Black Friday sale. Check out Instant Gaming, where you can get your PSN credit even cheaper. Support them, and we get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. If we've ever helped you guys save a little bit, you can kick back by just getting your PSN credit cheaper as well, and using that money to get even more games. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, do sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.